Hey guys and gals, this is your friendly Parachordist, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the various needles and fids I use to complete and finish my projects. First thing is I've found an old designer sunglass case, and I keep my needles and fids in here. As you can see, I've got quite an assortment, and in ordering some of these from various suppliers, in particular here the Paracord Planet, they sent me a fid, one of the first ones I got, in this handy little cardboard holder here. It was just a piece of cardboard cut out, and they stuck the fid in it to help me keep track of it, I guess. In particular, that fid was this 4.5-inch model right here. It's approximately 5 millimeters in diameter. It's a little large for your regular paracord. You'd have to put a big gob of glue or burn a nice bundle of paracord to get it stuck in there really good. What's neat about this one, it has an extension to shorten it a bit. But for this one, I think the size is just really a problem, as well as this very sharp tip here. I've poked myself with this a couple of times trying to use it, and it's also pierced my paracord, and you really don't want that. I imagine I'll find some use for this at some point in time, but at this juncture, I went ahead and got something else. I got these two from the Parachordist. He's got a website selling these various things. This is a brass flat tip one here. It is very long, and in fact about 5 inches long. The other is approximately 4 inches long. Both of them are about 4 millimeters in diameter. You can very easily thread your paracord into here and do some threading with that. The thing about these is that when you're getting close to the end of a project, you want to be able to pull your paracord through close to the buckles, and even long fingernails like mine won't help you at that point. What I found more useful than these are these two. As you can see, these are about 2¼ inches long. They are approximately 3 millimeters in diameter. They are threaded approximately 1/4 inch. These are a little more difficult to thread. If you have any problems or want to learn how to do that, I got these from the Tandy Leather factory. They're in Los Angeles County, here where I am, and they have a nice video on their website on how to handle threading leather, and you can adapt that to paracord. They have that on their website. The neat thing about these, I think they call these their jumbos. Obviously they're not as big as the others I've shown you, but what's good about these is they have rounded tips. They will not pierce you or your paracord, and they're much more easily handled in getting your paracord through some tight spots near the buckle. We're not working with really large projects, so these are really nice for that. They come one to a package, and clearly I recommend getting two. They package their items like this. Now here's a different type. You can use this for threading smaller cordage through your bracelets or other projects, to add a nice finishing touch. A lot of paracord braiders, weavers, whatever you want to call them, do various decorative lacing, and this particular one, I haven't used it yet, obviously. It's got about a 2 millimeter hole in the top. If I can let you see that, I probably should take it out, but this is just an optional tool that you can use to get your projects done. They also sell these lacing needles, but these are primarily for leather. I haven't used these, but I could imagine a use for them. They sell these for about $4, and as you can see, there's about 8 to 10 of them in here. They also have another kit like this with 7 needles in it. Some looped ones. They say there's a sail needle in here, various long stitching needles. Most of them have sharp points, but there is one that I use, and that's this one. It's got kind of an angled tip on it, kind of a spoon-like. It's kind of sharp. You can pierce yourself with it, but it's not even as sharp as that first Fid that I showed you, which is very sharp. I mean, look at that. This one's good for getting under braids too. I would primarily use this for lacing. I did attempt one lacing project, but never got too far with it. Last but not least is an idea I got from a guy by the name of the Mediocre Pirate. He took a 5-inch nail. You can get these at Home Depot, Lowe's, or whatever. They're usually in a bin somewhere, and they come with some rather strange points on them. But your Leatherman file or some other file will bring it down to a nice smooth point, and you can make it as sharp or dull as you like. The Mediocre Pirate wrapped his in a Turkish knot. This is just a straight handle knot, which I've tightened up and burned closed with these little burns on them. Try to make a nice bead out of the burn. Burns to me are what I call a field dressing. If you're going to make a bracelet at home, I think you should look at my invisible finish on some of the projects and videos I've got out there. And I also dipped this in a clear, glossy polyurethane. I got this idea from a fishing expert here in Los Angeles County as well, where he braids the handles of pliers and dikes, as they call them, wire cutters, and he dips the handles with a braid on them in lacquer. Lacquer is hard to find, so I used polyurethane, and it works just fine. This is great for breaking knots. If you've got a bracelet and you need to get in there and loosen it up for some reason, just tucking this under in certain places will loosen it up for you. And this is very instrumental in my invisible finishes. And when you want to just tug on that knot a little bit and get it free to hide the frays in your finished product. So these are the various tools you can get. Again, I recommend maybe having one or more of these, and you should be able to get the job done. I'm going to include the link to Tandy Leather, where you can get these, my favorites, and I also recommend this stainless steel one here, and the brass one that you can get from the Parachordist and some other suppliers. This one has a flat tip on it, so it won't necessarily cut your paracord, but I have pierced some cordage with it, and if you've got a really tight braid and want to get the paracord laced underneath for a clear finish or the invisible finish, this one has sufficient leverage for you to get under there, and then you go ahead and slip it through with these. You can make some really nice finishes, look really professional, and make jewelry class bracelets with an invisible finish. You can't tell where this ends, and there are no burns in any of my bracelets. Where does it begin and where does it end? Okay guys, with those tips, get yourself the right tools, and get to work. Thanks for watching.